30 years went by like a flash. When you are doing something that you love to do, it does go by in a hurry.
I was a student at UC Davis, and I fell in love with this school, and I've been working here most of my career.
My biggest accomplishment would be to understand that I had a great privilege of impacting a lot of young men and women along the way.
There's a loop of learning and love with the kids that they learn from me and I learn from them. I'm always learning about curriculum, but what I've learned over the years is kids don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
I think the few times that you do hear from students, back from students, I remember one young man, I ran into him in my hometown and he remembered me. I was his math teacher, and he said, "You don't know this, but you're the only reason I was able to graduate from high school." And I'll never forget that. And the next day I had a dozen roses delivered to me here at Cordova, 11 yellow ones and then a red rose in the center. It was just beautiful. I'll never forget that.
These young men and women coming back after they've graduated college and are, and I have some of their kids now, and them coming back and saying, Miss Burgess, you impacted me in this way, has been the most pleasing thing out of the 30 years that I've taught. So that's probably the most wonderful thing.
I have a long list of kids at home who've kept in touch with me. And they're everywhere from Tokyo to Central Africa and New York to San Francisco. They're working in public service careers. They're teachers, they're in the justice system, they're in the military, they're in charities, NGOs. That when you are nurtured by a fantastic community and school district like we have, and you get a first-rate Folsom Cordova education, you got to pay it back. You got to engage in the world and make it a better world. And they're out there. I've had kids work in the House, the Senate, and the White House. They tell me that I had some influence and they're wanting to go out there and be engaged and be on fire and that way truly light the world.
But I just realized throughout the years that it's not the hours you spend on grading papers and all that, so it's really the little warm, heartfelt things that you do for students that make the biggest difference.
Any regrets?
Not one. Not one. For 30 years, I have gotten up and gone to work every day and not once ever having to say, oh, I got to go to work today.
You are Princess Leia's new hairstylist. What would be your new hairstyle for her?
Oh gosh, long and flowy and let the wind blow it around.
Oh, I think I would give her, instead of the curls on the side, I'd give her something on top, like a bun or something, whatever they call that. Or a queen bee maybe, or whatever that is, whatever that high style is. That's what I would do with it.
How does Darth Vader sound when he talks?
I am your father.
I am your father.
And then, can you please hum the Star Wars theme song?
Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun. No, that's another song. No, I can't.
What is that?
It's a cross between an elephant and a rhino. The elephant.